Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. But I'm also here with my co-host, my new co-host, Numbskull of Twitch fame. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Numbskull, I'm going to throw it to you. What do you want to introduce yourself as?
Hey guys, I'm Numbskull, otherwise known as Loops. I'm sure a decent amount of people within Jay's community know me, and there may even be people from my community who also watch Jay that are watching this video. If you don't know me, I stream every night on Twitch, num_skull_, and basically we just do some competitive Magic on my channel. We have a nice community reviewing viewer decks, making new decks, seeing what we can do, participating in the in all the arena competitive stuff, MIQs, play-in events, this and that, ladder, trying to get as high of a rank as we can every month. So we stream every night just like Jay does, have a lot of fun on my channel, and Jay and I share a lot of the same viewers, and we both have a very fun community, so it's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely, and part of the reason that I chose Numbskull to do it is we are both, and part of the reason of our name of our podcast here, the Black Council, we are big fans of Mono Black. We are the Mono Black grinders, and we absolutely, generally, both of us hit Mythic every season using some sort of Mono Black gain and drain deck. We believe in it. It's our faith is in that. And Num usually hits higher than me. I peaked at 93 last season. Num, what were you? You were number 5 or something like that. You were number 0.
No, not number 5.
You were the.
I got into Mythic last season at like 121, and I finished at 170, I believe.
Okay, so highest you peaked at 121 Mythic ladder, and 170 was your finisher. Okay, so you had qualified.
Yeah, I'm qualified for the MIQ. MIQ is going to be this coming weekend. Actually, it's something that I'm currently preparing for during this week, and I've been preparing since last week as well.
Yeah,
so
and obviously they're doing a format that you hate and aren't familiar with. I'm sure they're doing like what are they doing, like Pauper Draft or something like that, something terrible that
So this month is actually my best chance to do something. It's Alchemy. It's Alchemy Best of 3.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're looking for you. All right, we're going to have to be cheering on Skull there at the qualifiers, man, because he is.
So that'll be, it'll be fun.
He is a much better. If you can see from a rank, listen, 93%. It's fine. It's Mythic, okay. But listen, man, the guy's qualified. He's obviously a much better player than me. If you know me, I'm Mr. Misplay. I love to misplay. It's my favorite thing in the world. At this point, I'm misplaying so frequently. I do it just to bother my viewers. So he's really going to be the expert on your high level playing. And I have to say, the one thing, part of the reason I also that I really do like about Numbskull is, even though he's on that Mythic qualifier, he's not a spike. I would not say he's on that spike mentality. He's very relaxed when he plays. He's not. And it's hard to find that. It's a rare quality to see somebody who is a very good player, high-level Mythic player, who is just not the absolute sweatiest spike you ever met in your whole life. Not I have anything against sweaty spikes. However, it's a vibe, man. It's a vibe, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit more relaxed on his stream. For all of you know, I call him my Conan O'Brien to my Jay Leno. I always usually raid him after my stream is over. I'm usually done at 1 a.m. And I shoot it over to him, so that's how we kind of got started. But you can see both of our streams at the top there, twitch.tv/num_skull_. Make sure you get both underscores. I've rated accidentally the wrong Numbskull a number of times by forgetting the underscores. And of course, I'm twitch.tv/thatvillainj. If you want more Black Council, again, it's going to be hosted on my channel. We're going to try to put it on Spotify. We're going to try to put it on a lot of different podcast, locations. We're going to try to do all that. We're all new to this. I'm a content creator. I do YouTube, but all the other locations I'm pretty new to. So we're going to try to expand. We're going to try to get everything that we can on here, and we're going to try to make some good Magic the Gathering content for you. We got a lot of ideas, we got a lot of plans, and we're going to go over a lot of different things. Nums, you want to say anything about what you kind of were expecting for this, the Black Council podcast, and where you're hoping to take it?
Oh yeah, so we just just gonna view it as like a place for Jay and I to, talk about current state of the game, between Magic in general, mostly Arena, but we will talk some paper. We'll talk about metas. We will also discuss, spoilers for Dominaria, what we're excited for, how we feel about it, our personal opinions, and then, eventually, as this project grows, we will look to have other people come on here as well, other content creators, and give them a space to do the same thing. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Starting off, starting off, we're going to be, just kind of your weekly thing to kind of look over how things are going. How's Arena this week? How's the meta changing? What are we experiencing? Things like that. We'll go over new decks that we make. You guys know Jay makes a new deck every day, or damn near every day. So we're going to be looking into that as well. Just going over ideas and possible viewer AMAs, viewer submitted questions, maybe even deck lists. Who knows what we're going to be going for? It's kind of up in the air, and maybe even the viewers could even submit in the comments what they would like to see on this podcast too, if you think we missed something.
Absolutely. And we're more than welcome to take some suggestions from people. And I think this is a good point to plug our Patreon. The link is going to be in the description. It's going to be in the comments, going to be everywhere. The way we're funding this, since this is going to be on my channel, it's probably not going to get a lot of monetization. And even if I shared the monetization with Num, he'd get like $2. So listen, he's worth more than $2. So we're going to start we already have started a Patreon. We're going to link it. For $1 an episode, we might change it around. We're going to see what the best structure of payments are, what people recommend or what people like. And we're going to have patrons, and patrons will be able to suggest things. They'll be able to, comment on posts. They'll be able to interact with us more. And this will really be a playground. We both had kind of ideas that we wanted to talk about, especially me. I mostly do deck videos. As Numbskull said, I do a deck every day. It is true that I make a deck every day. I don't always make a good deck every day. That's the trick, is that I don't always make one that is worth a damn. So while I might not put up a deck video every day, I have made one. Usually it just is not very good. So I had a lot of area that I wanted to talk about. Wanted to talk about things. I wanted to talk about the meta. I wanted to talk about a lot of the different things that are going on right now, or new sets and spoilers. It didn't really fit the format of my channel, and I felt like just me talking about it by myself was kind of boring. I wanted somebody who was also experienced and kind of in my same wheelhouse to bounce it off of. So we definitely are going to take suggestions, especially from our Patreon. So if you really want to help guide the direction this podcast goes, I'd recommend becoming a patron. Because it is the council, and we really wanted to focus on that idea. See what's written, a Magic Arena Roundtable podcast. We really want to get into discussion with our viewers, with the people who watch us, the people who we make content for, because that's really going to help guide where we're going, and what we want to do with this. So I think it's just going to be a playground. It's going to be a lot of different things that we want to do. The other thing that I do want to emphasize, like Num said, is if you're a content creator, a big one, a small one, and you want to come on and we want to have you on, we'd love to do content creator interviews, talk to you. How did you get started? What do you think of Magic? We'd love to have guests on here. So yeah, contact us. We have an email specifically set up for this. You can either leave a comment or you can email us at theblackcouncil@gmail.com. And reach out to us if you want to drop on here. We don't care if you're a small content creator. We don't care if you're a big one. If you want to be on here and discuss something different, a subject or something, we want to open it up. Again, it's a council for a reason. We're not talking down to you. We're talking with everybody. That was the whole idea. Roundtable podcast. And I think probably, and like I said, this is episode 0 where we're just kind of introducing ourselves. This one's for free. We're not charging anything for this. The episodes will always be for free. However, if you want to be a supporter, you can help support the cause. But they'll come up on my channel probably every week for free for everyone to listen to on a bunch of different platforms and everything like that. So we are committed to keeping the episodes free for the most part, for the foreseeable future. I don't imagine the time we're going to probably lock out episodes unless they're specific, special things that somebody asked us for or something like that. But the weekly podcast episodes are just going to be free. If you want to help support it, boom, there you have the ability to do that. If you want to donate, you can donate to the channel. It tells me that it donated on this video. I can split it with Numbskull and everybody like that. So, and of course, you can always watch us at our streams. I'd love to do a live recording sometimes when we get the chance. We could definitely do a live stream recording at some point. That would be fun to do. So there's a lot of different things that we can have fun and experiment with this format. And really delve into a lot of the news that goes on as opposed to just simply playing. Because there's a lot that's happening with Magic right now, especially with rotation and the new set coming up. But I think I'm repeating myself at this point and repeating Numbskull. So what is anything else you wanted to say, Nub? Did you want to enumerate any other specific points?
Nothing too special. It's just, don't forget, this is going to be on Jay's YouTube, so always make sure you're checking in there. We will eventually put it on Spotify as well. I'll be sharing links within my community for you guys to find where we're at and, what's coming out. We'll take, suggestions and requests from people to make sure that we're producing the content that you guys want to see. Both something that's, fun for us, but also enjoyable and pertinent to what you guys want. So please interact with the video, like, comment, subscribe. The comments will be really important, especially for this first one, because this is going to be your guys' opportunity to tell us what you want to see, how you feel about what's going on, and then, that'll be our opportunity to respond to that and to implement what you guys want to see as best we can. So be sure to do that. And also, you guys are supposed to be commenting, and subscribing anyway, or otherwise the like and subscribe will come and brutally maul you.
Yeah, I didn't want to get him involved in this. Now that Numbskull has invoked him, he's now a part of it.
I summoned him. I didn't do that.
I didn't want to get it. I didn't even bring it up. I want to point out that I didn't bring it up. Numbskull did. He's invoked his name, the like and subscribe's name. So it's now the pact is sealed now. So if you don't like and subscribe after watching this video, you already know what's going to happen. So we also want to talk about, I think that going forward, we are going to start expanding this as kind of its own kind of third thing. Maybe one day we'll have a channel of its own for it. If it gets big enough that I can move it off the J Villain channel. If it never gets that big, that's fine. We'll keep it on there, but who knows? This could blow up and be bigger than both of us, either of us, what we're doing separately. So who knows? So that's a possibility. As far I know, probably some frequently asked questions. Are we going to have a Black Council Discord? We're probably going to have a Patreon only Discord. It's probably not going to be a public Discord. Numbskull has his own Discord, and I have my own that will link in the description. But as far as a specific Black Council Discord that just to interact with members, I think that's probably going to be a Patreon reward for specifically working with stuff within the so-called inner council, as it were. Now, we're always going to read the comments. I'll probably put, I think there's a way I can put Numbskull as a moderator, comment moderator on my channel as well, so he can read them and respond to. I'll have to ask It Resolves, because they did that with Country Fried. Country Fried is a moderator on his own, on It Resolves channel, because he works with him. So either me or Num can respond to him, or I can just respond for Num at the Numbskull, either way. But like I said, we will do that. All these graphic designs, by the way, you saw, were done by me. Thank you very much. I hope you like the seal that I did, the Black Council seal and the praying skeletons. I did not make those. Those are just public domain. I think those are from Grey's Anatomy. They're just image flipped. It's just a skeleton, a praying skeleton. I got it from the just a general library. But guys, if you're looking for a Black Council hat or shirt, we can probably do merch in the future too, if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do you want merch with both of our cats on it? Sure, we can do Snickers and Mackie Cat
Absolutely.
merch. Yeah, absolutely. We both are cat owners, proud cat owners. So if you want the podcast to move in that direction where we're mostly just talking about what our cats are doing, we can do that as well. I could talk about Mackie for the next hour and what he's doing, um, which is sleeping mostly, sleeping and crying for food.
Snickers is sleeping at my feet right now
Oh
as
yeah.
we
Well,
record
I'm actually
this.
out of the reason I sound weird, and everyone's gonna go, Jay, you sound weird. Doesn't sound like your normal mic. I'm out of town right now. I'm actually at the beach, um,
Oh,
and
you
I
were actually at the beach. Okay,
I'm literally at the beach right now. I look out the window, I can see the beach. I am at
that's awesome.
a rented beach cabin on the East Coast, on vacation, doing this on my vacation, guys. For you, that's how much I sacrifice. Actually, I hate the beach, so this is keeping me inside. If when it came down to it, everyone in the family was like, "Do you want to go to the beach or the mountains?" I said mountains. Everyone else said beach. I was the only holdout. So the good news is a lot of swamps
Mountains
around
aren't
here.
bad.
There's a lot of swamps around here, a lot of
Oh,
salt flats, a lot of marshes. So I feel the black mana
nice.
surging through the ground.
You
Um,
have swamp
yeah, yeah. So I'm unblockable as it is right now.
luck.
So yeah, I am at the beach. So that's why I sound weird. I'll be back at my normal setup uh next episode, I'm sure. Um so that's if you're wondering why I sound like I'm on a Nokia, calling in from a Nokia, it's because basically I am. And why Numbskull looks so nice on his end there. He's got his professional setup. I think this headset that I'm using came free with my phone. So
Oh wow.
it's definitely high quality. Definitely high quality
I
stuff
thought
here.
Discord was the reason that you sounded different. Like I thought Discord was messing up the sound or something. But
No,
okay,
I
that's good
mean,
to know.
it's probably not helping. It's probably not helping me getting crunched a
Yeah,
whole bunch. But I think, like, yeah, I'm pretty positive this is the headphone that came with my cell phone. Um,
that's great.
so yeah, it's the only one I had, and I had a better headset microphone, and it was going out on me. So I need to get it fixed or something like that because I had a better one that I was going to bring with me, and I said, "Oh, I'll bring this one," and I said, "Nope." At least I had the backup,
Yeah.
so that we could actually do it. So that's the good news. I promise not to be on vacation next time. Uh, that's at least what I can. That's at least what I can promise to you guys, that I won't be on vacation every time we do this. So that's
And
my
I never get
commitment
to
to you.
go on vacation, so
You
don't
don't.
worry. I'll
I don't.
probably
I don't even know what you do as a. I know
not
you have
really.
a regular job, but I don't know what it is.
I manage a cell phone store.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Um, it's just hard. I mean, yes, I could take a vacation, but the way that our time off is set up, I would lose a lot of money if I took a lot of days off because we work have
Ah,
such amazing.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's yeah, you have to kind of pick and choose the days you want, but if you go for a whole week, you're gonna miss some money, so you have to be careful.
exactly. Yeah. I am still doing my regular job. I work remotely. I think I've mentioned a few times I work in social work. So unfortunately, my business is people. And people
Yeah.
tend to not take a vacation. So if somebody spins out and they're like, "Hey, your client XYZ, he's arrested. He's in jail. I got to get back to it, regardless of where I am." Could be on a cruise ship,
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm always kind of on call because of that. Because of that. So, but yeah, people, a lot, I do talk about it on my channel occasionally. I do social work. I do some outreach stuff. So this isn't either of our full-time jobs. Hopefully, maybe we can one day become full-time content creators. We'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. I think I'd always still probably volunteer and still do social work, but because I really like it and it needs to be done. But we would love to get there. I think people have a. I think people hear about Dr. Disrespect and Ninja and Amaranth, and they think content creation is just like a waterfall of money. Um,
Oh,
and even
always.
YouTube, people would be shocked to learn how little I make per video on YouTube. Um,
Hmm.
and it's about volume. It scales really high once you get to that point, but realistically, I don't know if I've said I make maybe on a good video, I make about $5. So on a banger, on a real one that goes wild, I can make 10, 15, maybe in the high end on a 20. And that's for the life of the video, by the way. That's not per day. That's on the
Yeah.
life of the video. So
It takes months to actually acquire that much.
exactly. So you got to figure if I'm making $5 for video and I put out 30 videos, $5 to $10 a video and I put out 30 videos a month, you can roughly figure out what I'm making a month off YouTube, and it is not very much. And like I said, we're at the point. I don't know about you, Skull. I know you make some off Twitch. You have subscriptions. I'm mostly reinvested into my equipment. I get better equipment. I get better computers. I get better mic. I get a capture card. That's what I've been doing. So
it's pretty much that, or it's it goes towards paying off the new PC that I had to buy.
Exactly. My new one is almost done. I'm missing one part that's been delayed. It's going to be built, so you won't have to hear the fans. All that I know, my viewers have been listening to my horrible laptop struggling valiantly. My little HP laptop struggling valiantly for a long time, trying to process me streaming, recording, and doing everything simultaneously, and playing the very heavy unoptimized game of Arena. Luckily, I've saved up enough that I can, put together a PC. So this is another reason why we're trying to make it worth our time to make more content. We love Magic. I love Magic, and I want to grow it. I want to grow the brand, and I want to grow the community. In my opinion, this is the original trading card game. This is what invented trading card games. Yeah. The concept of a playable fantasy card game. Period. Like, this was the A1 end all game. So I want to see it on top. I don't think that it should be relegated to a second tier game while something else is, running it down like that. So I do want to see it succeed. I love this game. I've been playing since '94. When did you get it, Skull, by the way?
So when I was 8 years old in like the year 2000, I had like some Pokemon cards and like was just starting to collect Yu-Gi-Oh! And we would always go to the mall and I would see Magic the Gathering stuff, and I saw like the art on the like a pre-con deck and the booster packs. And every time we go to the mall, I'd always try to get my mom to buy me like either a booster pack of Magic cards or one of the pre-con decks. And I got her to buy my brother and I each a pre-con deck one time. And we would sit there and play it. We had no idea what the rules were.
Oh, yeah.
I was 8 or 9. He was like 6 or 7. We had no idea what the rules were. We were just playing, maybe going off like Pokemon rules, That was when I first started. And then I kind of, you got older and you hit puberty and you were too cool for card games. So, so I stopped that. And then in about 2014, I picked up Magic again, just, hanging out with buddies. And, we would just hang out. We would play Magic. I did that for about 2 years. Stopped in like 2015, 2016. And then just recently, last June, not this past June, but June of 2021, I had some friends say, hey, we're collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We're collecting this, we're collecting that. And then they got more into it. And then they said, hey, did you know that you've heard of Magic, right? And I was like, yeah, I used to play Magic. And they're like, did you know that they have an online game you can get on your computer? And I'm like, what? So I got it. And just ever since then, I've been immersed.
Absolutely,
submerged, all that stuff.
Baptized. Oh yeah, no, that was the same for me. I started, like you said, I was probably 8 or 9 in '94, playing at my cousin's basement. We probably didn't know what the hell we were doing. We didn't know the rules. We just put the biggest creatures we could out and attacked. Then I actually got good in middle school, like getting my Urza's Legacy Assassins deck. Unfortunately, in my high school, it was never not cool because all the metalheads, the punks, and the skaters all played D&D and Magic. So we'd put on System of a Down and in 2001 and go over to my buddy's house and go over there in all of our Hot Topic clothes and play Magic and be edgy. Back in the early 2000s. So that's where my late 90s 2000s nostalgia comes from. So I always played it. I stopped when I was probably in my 20s, and then I picked it up again. And then when I heard it was online, I said, all right, perfect. The pandemic happened, and I said, man, all I'm doing is sitting at home. playing Arena, and I'm literally just playing like 2 new decks every day. I said, I'm just gonna record them and put them online and see what happens. And then there you go. There you have it. So here we are, like 2 years later. So my pedigree goes back a long way. I still have revised cards. I have Dark Ritual revised. I have a bunch of like 94 edition, 95 edition cards still in my collection. So maybe we'll go through them one day. That could be something that we definitely look at. But we love the game. Like I said, we love the game. We want to see it succeed, and we want to talk about it. We want to see the glory days come back. So at least I do. Maybe Numbskull's doing this to sabotage it from the inside out. I don't know. It's no telling.
I just wanted to talk about things that we care about, and how we're feeling, and then give other people a place to do so too.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was the thing. We wanted somewhere, because there's stuff. It's hard to focus. I know as a streamer, it's hard to focus on talking about a lot of other topics while you're playing the game. Like you can, but to really get in deep with them while you're trying to run, you're in your Diamond 1 games, and you're like, someone's asking you, so what do you think of the new set? And you're like, yeah, it's great.
A lot to say, but
yeah, I'm trying to focus right now. So this will help us focus a lot of our ideas and a lot of our topics that we want to go over, and the spoilers and stuff like that in one location. So, like I said, this was just going to be an intro, what we're going to do, and just a little intro in case you didn't know Num or you didn't know me. And but we will start with episode 1. We'll do it next week, and of course we'll drop it. We want you to check out that Patreon. We want you to leave a comment. We want to hear what you want to see from us. You have any closing thoughts or ideas, Num?
No, really just a reminder, check out both of our channels on Twitch. That's a place where you can interact with each of us daily. Our respective Discords, you can also interact with us daily there if you don't have Twitch or whatever. Don't forget to engage with the video itself. Like we said, we really want to hear from you. We want to know what you guys want to see. It's going to be really important in regards to, the direction of this podcast and the content that is produced. And we want to give you guys input in that. So please tell us what you want to see. Tell us what you want to talk about. Even if we don't know much about it, we can research it. I'm a quick learner. I can learn, whatever you need me to talk about.
Absolutely.
Pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
You give me the week, I'll research it. At least give you my thoughts on it. Give you advice where I can. So
yeah, and if we want to do like a regular segmented section about Q&A every week, if we want to do user Q&A every week, we will set it up however people are voting on it or wherever we want to do. So we are gonna, like I said, we chose the Black Council for a reason, Magic Roundtable podcast, because we want to be talking with you guys, not at you guys. So that's going to be a really important function. I think
although we are talking about Jay and I are mono black enthusiasts, don't feel like we only will talk about mono black decks or decks that run black. If you have questions about other decks that use other colors or other archetypes and guilds, by all means ask.
Oh yeah.
Still play other colors. You know what I
mean? We do begrudgingly play other things besides black. Yeah. I listen.
There are 4 other colors, and sometimes you have to play them.
I listen. I like a mono green as much as the next guy. I like an Azorius. The only thing I don't play, everyone knows, is Simic. That's the only thing I don't play.
Like Simic. Okay, fair enough.
So don't ask me to play a Simic deck. If you're a longtime J Villain viewer, you already know that. But if you're new, it's just not going to happen. So Simic is the worst. That's where I draw the line. I don't know if Numbskull has any hard lines in the sand like that or not. But
I'm truly not a big Azorius guy. Just not a big counter spell player in general. But
I used to be, and I fell out of it.
Sometimes I make a deck and it has its place in the deck, but I hate the feeling of being counterspelled, and I don't want to do that to other people.
Total control decks. I mean, our good friend Country Fried, who we're going to name drop a whole bunch here, I'm sure, because he's always around. He's the Esper player. He's always telling us to play Esper control, and we're just like, no, we're not doing it.
But I will say the Esper decks in many different formats are very strong right now.
Oh yeah, Esper is very good, and you can play.
you know.
Yeah, and you can play Esper not control, and I also people forget you can play Azorius non-control too. I just put up an Azorius Flyers that's not a control deck. It's it's got some
Yeah,
knockback and some counterspell, but like it's mostly about going over the top of Flyers. So
yeah. There are ways to do it that
Mhm.
don't involve like straight counter and control.
Yep.
There's Esper. There's the Grease Fang combo with Esper
hmm
in other formats too. So there are ways to play the guilds without doing
Without
things
leaning
that
into yeah,
you know.
leaning into the stereotype, as it were. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, well, we'll
Mhm.
look at that. We'll look at that. Something to think about to not lean into the stereotype of a guild going forward. We can think
Like
about
that.
that too. So, but
Mhm.
yeah, I want to sign off there. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it a quick one here. I'm gonna post this tomorrow, and I really do want to hear from you guys. So let us know. Again, twitch.tv/numbskull. It's right there. The links are going to be in the description. The Patreon's going to be in the description. If you want to watch me at night, I always raid into Numbskull. It usually goes on live probably about 30 minutes before I'm done, and I raid into him. So you could get a whole nice 3-hour block of magic if that's what you're looking for. Because he goes later than me while I'm editing my video. So we're doing it. We're doing the Black Council podcast. And I'm happy about it. I'm really excited about what it's going to bring, and I'm really excited to see what you guys are going to say. Really excited to convene the council finally. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Anything you want to say to close it up, Numbskull?
Really just anybody who's watched the video this far, we really appreciate you. That also helps YouTube algorithms and
Yeah.
channel stuff, things like that. So thank you to anyone who's watched this video the whole way through. By now, you know what we want you to do. Just let us know what you want us to do. And otherwise, we hope you guys have a great week, and we'll be back next week.
All right. I will sign off. I've been Jay Villain. You've been great. And of course, as with me is Numbskull, my co-host. Adios, everybody. Good night and goodbye. Peace.